Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NGS Season 9, and it feels good. I am Tetcher, and I'm once again joined in quarantine from our secret bunker location of her house. It's Jixika.
Hi everyone, I'm super excited to be here once again. We've been doing a lot of casting this week. It's been so much fun.
We very much have. And would you like to tell everyone about the teams while I fill in the maps, because they have just sent them to me?
Yes, definitely. Well, this is Division C West, and as you can see right just a couple of seconds ago on the screen, it is Respect the Goose versus currently chasing Samuro. I didn't get a chance to look up their standings, so we'll get those to you guys in just a couple of seconds while Tetcher sorts out the maps. We have a super exciting game for you. It's been a week of Geese this week. We were looking at games to cast, and we're going back and forth. We wanted to pick teams with like silly names because we don't know a whole lot about all the different what's what I'm looking for, teams and divisions. Just the Division A, which I'm a part of, and then a little bit about Heroic, because Tetcher has cast them in some other cups.
Very true.
So when it came down to it, I think at one point Tetcher was just like, I just really love Geese, dude. And so now our second Geese for the evening. Hopefully it'll carry him to victory. We're very excited.
Very excited indeed. And we finally have our map set up so I can show you all where we are heading for this first series of the day, or the first game of our series. It is going to be, as you can see, currently chasing Samuro banned out Braxis and Infernal Shrines. Respect the Goose. They banned out the Cursed Hollow and Sky Temple. So Infernal Shrines and Cursed Hollow, the two usual maps, have been removed, but it is going to be Battlefield of Eternity will be our first map. Let me know, I'm going to let the teams know that Goose is left.
Very nice. I love a good BOE. I think it's a great place to start the series off. You really get to see the team fight prowess of both teams, as well as their race potential. I love, PvE maps, and I think you were a pretty big fan of PvE maps, Garden of Terror, especially back in the day.
I did, because I was a Vikings player, and therefore those big maps gave me actually a lot of value. Someone hasn't learned how to do a lobby link. Let's see if I can do it correctly for once, because I always mess it up too.
/link lobby.
/lobby link lobby or lobby link? Lobby link. Bam.
Okay.
Bam. I fixed it.
I want to message and say that it is for
Goose versus Sam.
Okay, looks like we're all getting in here. It'll be just another minute, you guys, trying to figure this out.
In fact, it looks like they're all already in here. They just flew in at once. Looks like we have some Geese fans also in the chat as well. Let's do a little bit of a test. If you are here supporting the Geese, please give me a honk. If you're here supporting the Samuro, give me a swish for the blades. And if you're here neutral, then just give me a thumbs up. Give me a I don't know if you can put thumbs up. Give me a PogChamp. That'll do. If you're here just neutral to watch the games and have some fun. We'll catch up with that in 30 seconds. Feels good. Oh, we alerted Chestuter because he is Sam. Alrighty, so
hi Sam, I'm
casters
Tetcher.
Ready in the right chat. Boop. And looks like we'll be ready to jump into the draft very shortly. We're just waiting for the teams to ready up. And we'll be getting underway. Dakota's letting the dog out. We got some hogs, lots of hogs. And Tryon, thank you very much for that follow. A swonk or a swish honk. I'll honk you real good. Oh my.
Real good. Oh my goodness.
This is not a family-friendly show, but this is a bit too
in my good Christian stream. It's not even on my channel.
This is my Christian stream. We have a draft, ladies and gentlemen. Let us head into Battlefield of Eternity for game number 1 of our NGS matchup. I always hit the wrong button every time. Which is good because the video's gone. Hooray! I'll fix that for next draft.
Oh no!
But it's all good because that means we head straight into the draft this time. I know exactly what's wrong and I know how to fix it, so I will fix that.
You want me to make the sound effects for the video for you? I can. Hang
on, sync it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there. I don't actually know what it sounds like besides the first, like.
Alright, it's fine. Enjoy this and we'll be jumping in. This draft is already ruined. Samuro has been banned out by currently chasing Samuro, meaning that they're not chasing. In fact, they are just picking it, banning it away. You can't chase what never makes it into the game.
I think it's clear here. They're just such good Samuro players. They have to ban that away because they want to give their opponent a fighting chance. That's the only reason you ban Samuro.
I guess. You're probably right. You're probably right. While we are seeing these bans come in, once again, the Stukov gets removed. But again, thank you to MaestroCast for the raid early on, and Dr. Evil and Tyrant for the follows earlier on as the stream did start. There are no alerts on at the moment because it is a cast. We'll try and get them sorted, and of course, when I stream normally, alerts are on. So, Stukov is removed. Teams taking maximum possible time with their bans so far.
Everyone just trying to think very carefully about what they want to pick up, what they want to get rid of. It's important not to ban too many race heroes away when you are the second pick. We see that Vala coming away. Nice spell damage for the Immortal should the enemy pick up something like a Johanna. It adds a lot of extra just damage that can't be countered by blinds. You know, you see things like Lily is good here too. Cassia with her new rework, she is available this week, so maybe we'll get to see some of her. Johanna, of course, best tank in the game at the moment. There's going to be a Kael'thas banned away. Those living bombs just a little bit too close for comfort, no pun intended, as the teams have to circle around trying to destroy that Immortal.
Absolutely, makes sense. Now, someone asked me a little bit ago to turn off cursor on stream, and I don't know how. So, if someone in chat wants to inform me, I will attempt to do that. For now, Li Ming going to be the first pickup here. Now, the Kael'thas ban is already quite interesting and unusual, so seeing that Li Ming picked up with Kael'thas already removed makes sense with one of those high priority mages removed, but so far none of the main tanks, as you said earlier, and it doesn't look like that's the way we're going at all. Tracer is just going to be picked up first for the side of the Geese.
One thing I love about Div C is it definitely prioritizes damage. We do see the Mal'Ganis come out despite ETC and Johanna being left up. I'm excited to see what they can do with it. Tracer, you can follow up on those sleeps. Just go ahead and lock that target down with the stun, with the sleep, and then she can usually get off a clip or two by the time that they're woken up. With that being said, Johanna and Raynor picked up by the side of currently chasing Samuro. Nice pickups. Raynor is really great for the Immortal, and as we've said every single stream this week, Johanna is currently the best tank in the game.
I have been informed that it is an OBS setting, but that is exactly where I'm looking, and I cannot see it. So if anyone could tell me what tab it's under, that would be very, very helpful. I can see it under projectors, but I've already got that turned off, and yet the cursor still shows up.
Is it if you just click in the window?
Gets removed.
In the window of heroes?
And you can see the mouse over there.
Right, go to the heroes window in OBS.
Oh. I can't because it's a template unless I can... Ooh, no, I can't do that out of this game unless it is actually in the settings. So not available in this case unless... Where is the template? Insert Heroes Capture. Properties. New. Not that. Right click.
Malfurion banned away on the side of currently chasing Samuro. He is a very popular support to pair with that Tracer. Just give her the Q and then go ahead and Moonfire her back up to full health. I think it's a wise ban by them. We do see the Lucio coming out, however, able to speed that Mal'Ganis and that Sylvanas into the enemy team.
Nicely done. Avoiding that this time. Getting that Sylvanas in, like you said, being able to boost everyone in. And it's good burst protection against the Li Ming. All solid so far. Yee-honk. Okay.
I was just about to touch on the yee-honk.
So, final two pickups for currently chasing Samuro, Anduin, and Varian. That's an off-lane Varian coming in here. She is still one of the best matchups versus Tracer, which is why we're seeing him here.
And I really love that pickup with the Li Ming, with the Anduin. You could taunt, Light Bomb, Li Ming combo. Classic combo that we've seen even before Anduin was in the game. Just add the taunt into the Li Ming combo, and you're having a really tough time if you're a Tracer or a Lucio or a Sylvanas. The team is very squishy on the side of Tricky, or Respect the Goose.
Yeah, we almost went for the second Gooses there. Too
gosh.
many geese.
I'm
Too
so
many
bad at
geese.
saying names, you guys. Alarak, interesting.
This is absolutely his best map, being able to push people onto those immortal stuns. Alarak has a wonderful time here. He doesn't offer a huge amount of race, but this is definitely not a racy team. They are going straight for team fight wins. With that Alarak, that will add a lot of extra damage to their composition, something that maybe Varian won't be able to keep up with so well. So we'll have to see if this works out for them.
Looking at these two team comps right now, just as you had said, it looks like Respect the Goose are trying to go more for a team fight. Meanwhile, quite the opposite from currently chasing Samuro. They just want to race down. Their team does very well into PvE, and they're just going to try and get that Immortal and push with it. They've got great push in the Raynor and the Li Ming. Varian in the offlane should be very difficult for what I assume to be an Alarak offlaner.
I would assume so as well. Just so everyone knows, I can see that there are issues with the stream. We are dropping frames. I apologize about that. Hopefully it will stabilize. It's the March of the Murlocs wrapping across the world, forcing everyone to stay at home, meaning we have everyone on the internet at once, meaning that it does lag a little. For now, though, hopefully it will remain stable as we head into the game, ladies and gentlemen. And Jinxie, who's this on the left?
On the left-hand side, we have Rusty on that Lucio, Arco on the Mal'Ganis, Rhiannon on that Sylvanas, Goliath is that Tracer, and up in the top lane, Bullet Bear on the Alarak.
And on the right-hand side, currently chasing Samuro, it is the Maineski playing on the Varian. That's a hard name to pronounce. We have Austin on the Li Ming, Wolf on the Raynor Maraud, playing on the Anduin, and Pina Colada, he's going to be playing the Johanna. And there is some honks already in the chat. We're starting off with Unfurling Shadows. Lots of PvP fighting here, meaning lots of chances to stack that up.
I didn't know that the cap was 9,000. We are going to see everyone just trying to clear, casually step up. Mal'Ganis goes in for the stun. That should be the sleep. He gets to sleep on the 3 members, but Johanna is able to Iron Skin and protect her backline.
Nicely done. Everyone gets out. No such trouble. We're going to have a look up at top lane here. Alarak starting with Overwhelming Power, going for the full damage style here. Really wants to punish this Varian, especially seeing as Varian isn't really a hero until he hits level 4, and as such will be forced out and zoned away.
I was just talking about Varian earlier with somebody, what a struggle you have for the first couple of levels. Alarak should bully Varian, hopefully out of lane, so they can maybe look to take that top cap. Here, however, in the top, we do see Mal'Ganis getting rooted, a ton of damage comes out. However, the Pulse Bomb already charged, Sleep comes out, Arco taking a little bit of damage, as does Johanna. Both tanks are probably going to have to back up and reset, unless they just don't care.
Possibly. It looks like Acro is willing to stay at least a little longer. Has to be careful, especially around Wolf. Does offer a very large amount of damage. Goliath going to come in from the side, immediately gets blinded, going to lose a huge amount of value as Acro goes very deep here. But Tracer does not yet have the damage to set up those kills, but it did allow Unfurling Shadows to get up to 23 stacks. Varian still losing top.
Very unlucky for him. Just going to have to hang out. Johanna, nice Iron Skin. Nice knockback from Raynor, preventing that Sleep from coming in. Both teams playing so carefully, just trying to lower their teams enough that they can maybe look at this bottom camp. In the top lane, the Mineski really struggling. He's sitting behind his towers. Maybe we'll see a gank in the future as Acro steps back once again. Lucio doing his best, but those twos take a long time to heal up such a thick health pool.
They really do. Luckily for Goliath, though, such a minor health pool, going to have much less of a problem with that. Although, going to already head up to the Mercenary camp. Will need healer and will need help on this to try and clear that out. We do have our level 4s up. Pulse Generator coming in for Goliath.
Heals over 25% of the maximum health over 1.5 seconds and refunds a charge of Blink. This is a nice way to stay topped up while also doing an absurd amount of damage. It really alleviates the pressure of the healer that she can just go ahead and weave in if she gets the pulse bomb and go ahead and back out, knowing she'll have that extra blink, and 25% of the damage only goes up and up as we continue on.
Tracer invading the camp here, pops Raider, and they're going for the full invade. Here comes Johanna and Li Ming. Anduin's being zoned good, taunt by the Badesky onto Goliath, but Goliath tanks through, and they're going to try and hold this. Austin is looking for a kill for the reset, but he's too close to get orb value here, and that's going to be the camp being captured. Respect the Goose, grabbing that, stealing it away, and in the meantime, while this distraction has been going, bottom Shaman camp is going to get maximum value here.
Personally, Chase and Samuro is going to struggle a little bit here. It looks like the towers should take care of this bottom camp, even though they did lose the wall. But their wave clear isn't spectacular, especially with Johanna trying to protect that Immortal. They're just going to go ahead and leave it for now.
Anduin taken out with the chase there. Nicely done. We're going to see the swap, bit of a halftime show. Massive lead for Respect to the Goose so far. But we do have some counter damage. Reyna making the most of that Exterminator. He does get stunned. Nearly twice. Li Ming gets stunned instead, but they do get a good chunk off of that, dropping the Immortal down to half health. So they do get some damage off here. We're going to be seeing Triumphate for poke harassment here. And interestingly enough, Unstable Poison instead of Mercenary Queen on this map.
I can definitely understand it if you want to be pushing in the lane with those minions. If you can get a fight with a Varian who likes to run in and be aggressive, he'll have to deal with that bonus splash damage if he's not careful. We see the black arrows coming out right now. Sylvanas taking a ton of damage, has to back up. Johanna with the Iron Skin doesn't really feel the sting of that pulse bomb. However, they should lose the gate here. Black arrows finally running out. The shield down on the Immortal. Nicely done by currently chasing Samuro. I just have to point out they were able to get that shield down fairly quickly, and should they have a better Immortal phase, I'm sure that Respect the Goose is going to have a difficult time racing against this strong race comp.
Yeah, they held that very well. The Fountain is killed off by Respect the Goat, but Respect the Goat? Respect the Goose, but the Fountain was slain here. Half the fort health was taken out. And they were zoned away pretty effectively here by Wolf on that Raider, who ignored the objective for a while and focused down the enemy team. Again, everybody, sorry for the lags. I'm aware that is happening. You see the retreat coming out. Currently chasing Samuro. Just going to give up another camp. Don't want to take a fight yet. As level 7s are available for both teams.
Respect the gumption of Acro there. Yet half health. This team wasn't around anywhere, and they were just willing to sit in the bush and wait, despite the whole team being there. You really got to give them credit.
So we have Respect the Goose, Respect the Goat, Respect the Gumption. How many more Gs can we get going in this game? For now, they're going to be pushing in, and Sylvanas looking to keep some pressure on. But this siege camp will be taken out due to the harassment of Li Ming before it actually gets any damage onto this fort.
Black Arrows was pressed a little bit early, and the wall of members from currently chasing Samuro, they don't get any value at all. The camp is cleared off, and it's already out. They're just going to have to wait until it's back up.
Pulse bomb onto Wolf. He is the target, but with that armor from his level 4, will survive and tanks his way through. Varian, by the way, went for Second Wind as opposed to Victory Rush. Makes a lot of sense here, really. There's not going to be in lane very often, so this is really the best sustained talent he will have.
Both teams just trying to square up. Respect the Goose a little bit ahead in soak. They will have level 9. That Black Arrows is back, so they're just going to go ahead and take this fort, and they should have level 10 in a matter of seconds. Meanwhile, certainly chasing Samuro, they're in a little bit of a rough patch. They'll have a difficult time contesting this Immortal early. They might just have to look for the defensive once again at the halftime show.
They're trying to hold for the moment. Again, very sorry everybody, we are getting some pretty severe lags. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately, except check to see if anything else using the internet, which is a pretty solid no. So we're just having to deal with it right now as the halftime show is taken by currently chasing Samuro this time, getting quite the solid lead.
They do have the better race, so we will see Respect the Goose stepping up. The Meninsky is in deep trouble. They do their best, but the pulse bomb from Tracer and the boot from Lucio will secure the kill.
And they're going to have to defend the point. Again, they don't really have a racer, so all they can do is zone and send Tracer or Sylvanas back to try and race this. In the meantime, Fallen Shaman camp being cleared out as level 10s are available. We already know that we have that sound barrier. Seeing the Carrion Swarm, Wailing Arrow, and Counter-Strike. Nothing unusual. And of course, the Quantum Spike.
Currently chasing Samuro, looking to head back up. The team is about halfway now. They know they do a lot of damage. Nice protect from Mal'Ganis, making sure that Orb doesn't hit the Immortal, but the hero activates the Triumvirate. And now all members of the team are here, so this is just on the poke from Li Ming and Raynor to try and lower the Immortal shields.
They don't have level 10, so they don't want to commit, but they have managed to force Respect the Goose to move up, and that's actually giving them time to try and soak this. Austin continuing to get very good harassment here. Aggro having to take these shots here to prevent the Immortal from being raced down. Tracer has abandoned the team as level 10 is hit. We have that Blessed Shield, we have Light Bomb and Hyperion. Can they get the race? Hyperion coming in, Light Bomb from the side, going to get a 3-man stun with the Light Bomb, and Li Ming gets the resets. 1, 2, 3, and they're going to win the Immortal race and all.
Very nicely done. They pulled the trigger as soon as they got that level 10. The silence almost starting Johanna. You see they wanted to go in with that Blessed Shield, but the silence once again preventing her from being able to do that. However, nice timing by Murad with the lightning bomb allowed them to get that stun, followed by the Li Ming, and then after that, reset after reset is a deadly thing. Not a whole lot of shield for the Immortal, so this should be cleared fairly quickly. All members of the team are back up. So we should see this could potentially get a fort. It's just Varian pushing. It looks like currently chasing Samuro are hoping to try and get that bottom fort. Varian running as fast as he can, but Goliath right hot on his tail. He does not have a fort to head back to. Nice taunt, but that's exactly what Goliath wanted to do, auto attack him. They do end the chase though, however. And we lose the wall, not the fort, in the bottom lane. Lose a wall here. Not a bad trade for the second Immortal of the game. They're starting to push onto the fort. All 5 members coming down finally. Not a whole lot taken there.
Going to be forced back. Little bit of damage on that fort, like you said. Tracer deciding it wasn't a good idea to chase Varian all the way to base. Going to be pulling back, starting on the mercenary camp, and just doing as much race as he can. Varian really trying to set this up, and with a second win, he shouldn't have too much trouble soloing this unless he gets invaded, and Bullet Bear is already on the way up.
Both teams just doing their best to equalize after the massive amount of pressure. It looks like currently chasing Samuro is going to try and pick up that top camp. Bottom camp was picked up by Respect the Goose, and now they're looking for the second fold. Wolf is going to have to back up if they want to be safe. The Black Arrows comes out. They will find no protection underneath this fort.
Gonna clean this up. They have enough minions and the mercenaries to finish that off. Alarak, Bullet Bear, did not invade the mercenary camp. He let that get taken, but he's going to be able to slowly zap that down and work his way through it. As we lose even more frames, that lives. The fort down here somehow lives.
That's one Sylvanas auto attack away from falling. Varian in a little bit of a trouble right now. They stayed a little too long. Sylvanas comes in. Even though the protected is out, this will be the end of the Pormaninsky.
Taking Varian down. A big lead is gained. They're going to try and make the most of this with level 13s available for both teams. Telefrag coming in for Tracer, one of the newer talents here.
There is no escaping.
Reduces the cooldown of recall. Very interesting. There's also a knockback and damage, so it's like the combination of the parting get. See the team squaring up. Nice recall by Tracer. Avoids the Blessed Shield. Acro finishing up with the sleep, making sure that Goliath gets out just safely.
Heck the Feeder pointing out that we've been bamboozled. This is Arco, not Acro. Have been bamboozled. The spelling, we all assumed that it tricked us. Our brains taking it out of us. We are a little distracted by the fact we're losing all our frames, but thank you for the heads up, Heck the Feeder.
I appreciate it very much, and we will go ahead and correct that. You know, you could have just said it's the British way to pronounce it and made them feel bad. And then I would just have no excuse. Arco coming in. Nice unstoppable by Johanna. Gets a little bit of damage. Goliath coming in is rooted. Has to use that recall once again, but they dash back in. And a nice taunt. Goliath has to burn the shield. Variant so low, lost in the back. They are going to go down. Light Bomb comes out onto Arco. A little bit of stun. Out comes the root. They're trying so hard. Hyperion is dropped, but with 400 health, Arco will escape.
Wolf chasing him down, unable to pick up the kill there, and Varian, like you said, focused down nicely. A great sound barrier from Rusty to save the day, and Rhiannon was able to get a fantastic Wailing Arrow to prevent any huge engage here. Now we see the hard engage with a number advantage. They're going to try and pick up more kills here. They chase it down. Grey Wave forced to try and disengage here as Pina Colada is moved back. Bless Shield. And that will guarantee the disengage.
Oh my goodness, Goliath, they had 23 health.
Will get out though this time. Bottom 4 got absolutely bodied and taken out, so it will finally perish here. Looks like they're going to try and come back in one more time with all 5 members.
Parker taking a little bit of damage, and now they're out for blood. They're pulling down this Immortal really fast. If Respect the Goose can't do anything, this will be a nice thick shield. Raynor takes a ton of damage. Mal'Ganis does fall, however, the team is not giving up. Mininsky gets the light bomb, but picks up nobody. And Pina Colada will fall. They only had 80 health. Goliath not long for this world as Austin jumps in, but they are going to get out with a very thick Immortal.
Telefrag working very well there, saving Goliath's life as he's able to get back out of there after that recall. Very nicely done, will escape, but even with the 1-for-1 kills, this objective is still 1 and is very high on the shield count in favor of currently chasing Samuro. They will move into the defensive position as Goliath is taunted. That nice silence coming out there from Bullet Bear though as they try to finish off this Varian, and they do get the Li Ming as well. Can they finish it off? Yes, they can, with Alarak getting one more silence. Goliath, Pulse Bomb onto Wolf. They look for one more easy kill from Bullet Bear.
Meanwhile, the Immortal will get that bottom fort. They can turn their attention to it. But between Sylvanas and Mal'Ganis, the only thing they were able to do is get the fort.
Lethal onslaught coming in here for the Alarak. Extra auto attack damage for his sadism. Currently 170 on his sadism stacks. Not bad at all. Decent damage. And heavy-handed coming in for Tracer.
15% armor reduct. Ugh, can you imagine that under the towers? It's going to be very difficult. Teams right now just trying to equalize. I'd like to see currently chasing Samuro try and pick up that bottom camp and maybe look for this bottom fort. That is where their next Immortal will be headed should they secure it. Any extra damage they can do would be beneficial to them. We see Bullet Bear jumping in, trying to sneak, but seeing as there are so many members of the camp, so many members of the team on the camp, he is just going to back off and let them take it. Team is rotating down, hopefully looking to get a pick. They do have 16, so this is a favorable fight.
Goliath dodging the blind, dodging the orb, really putting on the pressure here, trying to get some value, but no one close enough to set up the kill yet. And they're just going to clear out the minion wave as easy as they can. Kaza is pushing in the top lane, seriously getting value. Consistent reminder that I am aware we're having frame drops. It is an internet issue with everyone being home. There is nothing I can do about it. I am sorry. See the focus, the push in. Lots of extra pressure. Mainsky waiting for his chance to strike with that taunt.
Team's looking to just pick up their bruisers right now. Have those pushing during the objective, but Respect the Goose is going to come in and just take this. There's not a whole lot they can do. They're right there. They're level 16. Now is the time to fight. Li Ming, the first to pull the trigger, has to use the Leap of Faith to protect. Lightning Bomb comes out with the boop from Lucio. He will fall, however. Standing too much on that. Mal'Ganis using the bats to try and escape out. He's very low. Gets the Fell Claws, does not survive, however. Despite picking up the camp, they lost 2 members on the race. It's going to be very difficult for Respect the Goose to try and grab this Immortal.
And the camp was absolutely blasted, will not make it in for any kind of defense here, and will back up. They will move into their defensive, into their offensive position now. There's no contestation. Just going to try and brace as much as they can, and with Li Ming and Exterminator Raynor, they should be able to clear this, the halftime show, very quickly.
As you said, let's shred it down. There are still 2 members dead. They do pick up the camp, so that will push while the team is getting the objective. Pina Colada not doing a ton of Immortal damage, decides to clear out that bruiser camp fairly quickly. And Goliath looking on the squishier members of the backline, waiting for the tank. They can't step up too terribly far, but Li Ming likes to poke safely from a distance anyways. Nicely done. Great support by the Varian, making sure that nobody jumps onto their backline. And this should be the Immortal going over to currently chasing Samuro.
Hold the line. Here comes the engage though with the Immortal lost. They pick up a kill as Tracer grabs Raider, and with the Maidski going to be taken out. He survives a little bit longer with the light bomb, but not enough to actually turn anything here. He goes down. And we're going to be seeing Respect the Goose moving back into an offensive position. They want to raid down this keep. The Immortal is pushing against them, so they're actually going to have their minion wave proxied here. With 2 catapults and Sylvanas, they will get this. And the question is, do they want to go further? It looks like they might. In a 3 versus 5, they're going for core.
They're trying to end the game. Raynor isn't up for another 15 seconds. This is going to be a struggle. However, the core changes are doing a ton to bullet bear. They have to burn the Unstoppable, trying to get out. Pina Colada gets into the fort, does not take the damage from the Tracer ultimate. Nice blind to try and slow the push onto the core. Team can defend this if they play it well enough.
They're holding for now. Wolf comes in. Hyperion, full attempt. Austin, he just needs a reset, but the core is going down. And that is going to be game number 1, going over to Respect the Goose.
Very well done. This is the first time I've ever seen a game where the team lost almost every single objective, but still came out on top. I know there are a couple of times I myself have played pit comps, and we thought for sure we were going to be able to, you know, just the Immortal will push, it'll be fine, but we'll just kill them. And then we ended up losing because we had no seeds. Nicely done by Respect the Goose.
Nicely done indeed. Tracer not dying a single time in that game. And the Tracer Hunter Varian, 5 deaths. He really did struggle every time he was engaged on. Wasn't able to survive as effectively as they would have liked. It was still a cool pickup. I do enjoy it, but they weren't able to execute their blow-ups as effectively as they wanted to. In the meantime, that Lucio pickup, though, the value, you can see the healing numbers here, 75,000 versus the 40,000 of Anduin.
Really difficult time for Varian with taunt in the off lane. It just makes for a really hard time. He doesn't have incredible self-sustain. He has pretty much abysmal wave clear, so it is a very rough time. Did their best, though. They did get a couple of really clean, really nice taunts off. However, it just didn't end up playing well for them this time.
Here are the talents, and what jumps out to you? What is exciting out of these talents?
These talents, we'll take a look. I didn't get a chance to see Sylvanas' stacks. However, they were doing a ton of damage. I know in the first couple of seconds of the game, they were already up to 23. Anduin going with the W build is very interesting. I know a lot of people prefer that because it keeps you safer in the back line. Looking at other things, armor always very needed. Mirror Ball for Li Ming, standard Li Ming build. Most of the builds are pretty standard. I'm curious to see the Tracer build just because I don't personally play much Tracer and I haven't had a chance to look at some of these new talents, but clearly they paid off well for Goliath despite having that Varian and that Li Ming. There wasn't a whole lot that currently chasing Samuro could do to fight against her.
Very true. So it was a melee-based build here. 1-2 punch, cooldown reduction of melee, and an additional charge of melee here. Going for that pulse bomb, so trying to get that charge up and pulse bomb as much as possible. Locked and loaded because it is the highest damage talent. Makes the most sense to pick up here. With the Telefrag, we already saw the value it got. It did keep her alive a couple times. It's nice to see a recall talent actually getting value finally outside of Parting Gift. And heavy-handed, we already talked about that during the game.
All right, it looks like we do have a game here, so we'll just wait for everybody to go ahead and get into the lobby. And I think looking at the map so far, I think this will play nicer to currently chasing Samuro's play style.
I think you might be right. I'm just waiting to see who is the first pick, first ban once they change it to draft mode, so I will be able to see. We will find out very shortly, and as such, we will know who picked the map. But like you said, we're heading to Dragonshire. I'm excited to see what they make with this. It's another map where Alarak actually has some pretty solid value. And one more time, as a reminder, everyone, I mean, one more time, it's going to happen an infinite amount of times. I'm aware of the internet issues that are happening. I'm sorry, there is straight up nothing we can do about it. It's just it is just internet issues here at the house because everyone is at home due to March of the Murlocs. I dropped frames during that explanation even.
Oof.
So I'm sorry. I'm hoping it is still entertaining even with these issues. Also, while we are here, thank you very much to Regenjisus for the follow. 12 Onald H for the follow. Balegrave and Trex Nixon. And I'm sorry that I've butchered every single one of your names. But thank you very much for joining. If you're enjoying the show, please feel free to leave a donation via the link below, a subscription, some bits perhaps. Any of those would be very appreciated. You can enjoy your burbs emotes made by the wonderful Alarak of the Storm, Hot's High Lord himself. from Twitter and Reddit fame. And, you know, everyone's feed because it's just really good. Teams are in. They haven't selected draft mode yet, so I still don't know who's picked what. So I'll just ask them.
Who has picked what?
Map? Who picked map? Because the teams are in, but currently they are not set up. And we'll jump in. Also, they're on the wrong side. Okay, so this is currently chasing Samuro. Chose the map. Okay, even though they have the option for first pick. Cool to see. Which means we can show you that in a visual format, so you can see exactly what's going on here. We already know, respect the Goose, were able to win game number 1. On the map, they chose Battlefield of Eternity. These were our bands already, Braxis, Cursed, Infernal, and Sky. And our map this time, chosen by currently chasing Samuro, is the Dragonshire.
Alright, so Dragonshire coming out. What kind of picks do you expect to see, Tetcher?
I mean, it's probably going to be pretty simple. The meta's actually turned a little... It's stabilized quite a bit already, so we're going to see if these teams play more standard than last game, because last game was definitely not standard from what we've been seeing so far. We should be seeing Johannes, we should be seeing Rhaegars. Heroes that were involved in the draft, but not that much. Maybe a Deathwing, so possibly. It's a map he's okay for. Rexar as well, but again, we are looking at Div C West here, so we could see a lot of variation. There's a lot more comfort pick focus at this rank, so it might be cool to see.
I love Div C West because we always get something that you don't expect. Alarak is actually one of the higher level of play heroes I wasn't expecting to see, and Bullet Bear played it beautifully, so I'm super excited. I hope we get to see some more of that. I personally think it deserves a respect band because, oh my goodness, those silences were on point. Looks like we are getting the lobby set. All right, so first draft should go over.
Yep, you first draft. The teams are policing each other here, so we should be good. Let's go! I agree, chat. Hopefully we will be good to go. We've got Team 1. Now they're ready. I will let them know casters are ready. Casters are. They have done this before, they swear. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be heading into Dragonshire for game number 2 of Respect of the Goose versus currently chasing Samuro. Alrighty, Stukov, going to be the first ban as we are on to the draft. Respect the Goose. Getting rid of that Stukov. They really don't like to play against it. Kelladorn, thank you very much for your follow. I also saw that I was sent a way to turn off the cursor. I can't do it here because whoever set up the NGS for starters is a genius because they've made it basically idiot-proof to get into casting. It's brilliant. But for second, they've programmed it, so I'm going to have to look into how to actually change that so that I can turn off the cursor for every single screen. So for now, you'll have to deal with the cursor as we say goodbye to Samuro.
Samuro and Stukov definitely leads me to believe that these are respect bans, as we had suspected. Nobody wants to deal with either of these heroes. They are absolutely devastating when in strong hands. ETC picked away a little bit more of what we were talking about. Get the cow out of here. He's such a pain. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you the last couple of weeks how much ETC I've been dealing with. I'm sick of him, so get him out of here.
Cow's taken out, but that still does leave Zulz, it leaves Johannes, it leaves Rhaegars, it leaves Deathwings. If you prioritize him that high, he definitely has dropped down the board a significant amount. So seeing that taken away makes a lot of sense. What's the final ban here? It's going to be Sylvanas. It was definitely deadly. That split push potential was so effective in the last game, so makes sense to see that removed.
First pick coming out for Respect the Goose. Now I'm trying to speculate. Johanna would be a nice pickup to see. It definitely did a lot of work in the last game. The Morganis, however, again, was very solid. That could be prioritized as well. Rexar, of course, always a very good pick. It is going to be the Li Ming this time. They want that poke potential.
Very smart. Get rid of that. Get some value here. And like you said, that poke potential is always nice. So now what's the counter? Again, Johanna still available, and seeing that away from the Li Ming could make a lot of sense here. They don't choose to, though. Instead, the Zool comes out as their first pick. First time we've seen him in this series, even. And he must feed. Mal'Ganis, both of these heroes, can main tank and offlane.
Super excited to see it. Zool, I prefer... I'd like to see him rotating, I think, so maybe taking more of that tank position just because you are hamstringing yourself if you leave Zool in the off lane. We do see the Johanna picked up by Arco. Nice, solid choice into the Mal'Ganis. And a Brightwing. What a devastating counter to Mal'Ganis. She did get a little bit of a buff in the last patch, allowing her to heal percent health at level 16, I believe it is.
I believe you're right.
And like I was saying, it's just so awful as a Mal'Ganis player. When you activate the sleep, you go to walk in, you get polymorph, and then you're just in the back line as a turtle or whatever, dying to enemy abilities.
Why isn't there a turtle in that polymorph? It's the perfect thing. It slows, it makes you small. That's the perfect option as we see Deathwing taken out.
What is it? It's a pig?
It's a pig, it's a crab.
And a squirrel.
That's it. So yeah, those are the polymorphs, but no turtle. That'd be great. And like you already mentioned, it's so good against Mal'Ganis and Zool as well. Tank build Zool with Cleave, shutting that down with polymorph is fantastic. This is a interesting but clutch pick, and I agree with you. I'm excited to see how well it's going to do with these new improvements.
And when banned away by Respect the Goose, they don't want to deal with those light bombs. They were pretty solid in the last game, keeping the variant alive for far longer than was intended. We do see Greymane and Rexar come out, and I really like these picks. I think that's a super solid lineup. We'll get to see who the solo laner is, but right now, not even the pros. They're kind of scratching their head trying to figure out the best way to counter a Rexar on top. And honestly, the only thing that counters a Rexar is a bad Rexar. As long as you're playing nice enough, you should be able to sustain that point and grab that extra lane. Is going to be the Malthael, though. The percentage health jumping onto the Misha and the Rexar could be his downfall.
Double mage when you already know your opponent's damage output, but one of these mages is a little more damage over time, and one of them is burst. Makes sense. However, they have very little disengage, and I'm looking at this draft, and I'm seeing that this could be a pretty baller Bloodlust composition from currently chasing Samuro if they wanted to go down that path.
I think that would be a great idea, and it is going to be a Rhaegar, so we have the potential for Bloodlust.
Bloodlust available if they want it. They could, of course, still go for Ancestral. On the other side, though, Respect the Keys have a massive snowball potential. Mephisto, Li Ming, and Malthael have a brilliant hard engage, which are all going to benefit from Johanna, with Brightwing here to support, burst healing, potential bribes if she wants to go for some sneaky PvE style, and potential mass disengage from a Bloodlust with Emerald Wind if she's so inclined.
All right, looking at these teams, I do like the Brightwing into such a hard engage because they could pick up Emerald Wind, and that will help against the Bloodlust. Team tries to come in, they Emerald Wind, they run away. Johanna's Blessed Shield also provides a lot of disengage if they want to use that to disengage as opposed to engage. However, longer fights are going to take the favor of currently chasing Samuro, as they won't have to be as dependent on those mana bars.
Very true, an excellent point. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be heading into the game to see if this team on the left can take it home, as they are Respect the Goose, with Rhiannon going to be playing on the Li Ming, Bullet Bear on the Malthael, Arco going to be playing the Johanna, Goliath is going to be on that Mephisto, and Rusty will be on the Brightwing.
Alrighty, and over here in the red or yellow, Pina Colada on that Mal'Ganis, Wolf is the Zool, Austin on that Greymane, Murad on that Rhaegar. Up in the top lane, it is going to be the main ski on Rexar. Everyone headed into the middle lane, aside the top laners who just want to get right in and get that soak right away. We see the Power Hungry come out for Li Ming just at level 1. They want that blood. And Mal'Ganis picking up The Vampiric Aura adding a little bit extra wave clear, or sorry, sustain to his team. 15% of all damage done will heal the team.
Now that's not a lot in terms of self-healing, but when you combine that with potential Bloodlust, that adds up. Polymorph and Multi-Man Blind going to be coming in here as Brightman's going to self-cleanse out. Getting out of that Zul route. Zul in the 4-man, by the way, is Rexar in the top lane, of course. And yeah, they've got 3 potential top offlaners here with Rexar as well. They need to hope they have enough damage to follow this up here. Zul starting off with Backlash, the most standard level 1, and Brightwing with Hyper Shift, maximum percentage healing to be able to keep that Johanna alive.
In the top lane, Mish takes a little bit of damage. The main ski trying to make sure she's nice and healthy for that point. Will be active here in about 20 seconds. Meanwhile, both teams just worried about getting the clear. Camps are available if they'd like to take them. It looks like that's where currently chasing Samuro is going to head. Meanwhile, the side of Respect the Goose just trying to get all the damage they can before heading over to that camp.
Both get their own mercenaries, getting some good value here. Goliath, not the fastest camp clear in the world. He will do his best, though. No one is helping him. Help the poor Mephisto. He will get it eventually.
Get him, Squiggles!
He will focus it down. In the meantime, though, the objective has started. Misha getting the maximum value of what Rexar could do and already takes top lane alone. Bot lane so far uncontested. A lot of focus put onto mid lane, though, by the team.
Currently chasing Samuro has the opportunity to just get this as pushing as hard as they can. Having just Mephisto on the point makes it really difficult for the team to rotate around. I'm surprised they didn't invade with how long it took. Curious as to why Respect the Goose didn't take the point or go mid. Trying to get a little bit of push bottom, but not a lot of tower potential taken.
Root comes in, Brightwing, quick cleanse, nicely done. She's also going to get a teleport heal, but interrupted by Peter Colada here as Rusty is in trouble. Acro going to get healed up. Here's the channel. Lee Ming, though, pinging from above, weakens everyone, and that's going to give her team a chance to jump in with the newly founded health bars they do have. Brightwing, by the way, went for the magic spit. More cleanses. Needs to make sure her team is able to get out of there and disengage.
Team has to back up and tap. We can see they're all headed that way now. They have tap available. Misha's struggling a little bit on the top point, buying Respect the Goose some respect as they are able to take back the bottom lane.
Grim Scythe coming in for the Zul tank build as expected. We're seeing the Hunter-Gatherer, the no bravery play, and Misha will live. Barely. That was pretty close as Bullet Bear went pretty deep for that, but will survive for the moment. We're also seeing Triumphate for the second time. Conviction this time instead of the cooldown reduction. Or the since exposed.
It is really good when you're not having to push down an objective like the Immortal. The nice reduction on the stun means you can just keep pinging it more and more. It's already so spammable. Why not make it more spammable? We do see currently chasing Samuro trying to take this down as Greymane really trying to get that middle bit. But in the 3v3, the team is struggling. Greymane finally not making their way down. Currently chasing Samuro is going to have to back out as there are 4 members bottom.
They will hold for the moment. Rhaegar, by the way, with full Lightning Shield build. Completely missed that earlier. Finally picks up the cleanse, though. And now we have some big talents. That critical miss. The talent, one of the talents we were talking about that got buffed recently. Extra healing. If removing a disabling effect from an ally, which there's a lot of disabling effects, but not from Mal'Ganis for a while, as he is sniped down by Mephisto.
Or Pina Colada. Spell power right now is just so insane, and they don't have any spell power to pick up against it. Looking at the build, did not go for the spell power level 4, and it is going to be Mephisto in this first Dragon Knight at 4 minutes. It's not going to do a whole heck of a lot of damage, but enough to worry the members of currently chasing Samuro.
Mephisto pushed again, getting some good value, but Austin uncontested, doing so much damage. He wipes that Dragon Knight, but in the meantime, bot lane pushing in very aggressively. Rusty even picking in some little bits of damage that he could do. He already will have cleanse up thanks to Magic Spit. Going to use that and gets the burst healing as well because of that critical miss. And they're going to bring the Dragon Knight down and try and push.
Greymane in the Worgen form doing so much damage. They are going to take the well, which will be very strong later on in the game. But for right now, Pina Colada in a ton of damage, looking to try and get out. Goliath underneath the root with 170 health. He goes in for the sleep. Can the team make something off of this?
They pushed forward, they took him down, leaving the resets, but they weren't able to pick off Wolf, so as such, they're unable to push any further. They hold for the moment. Level 10 is creeping up, though, for Respect the Goose. They might be able to try and snowball another objective out of this. And Mercenaries are on the board. Goliath has once again started on for his team. Greymane was thinking about it for his team, but little does he know there is a scouting force here, and Arco will see Austin doing this.
He must be able to see that Johanna.
He does now.
The whole team is here. They're going to go ahead and back, and I'm honestly surprised by the gall to step up and try and take the cap. They will finish at the exact same time. And Rexar is struggling into the Mephisto. He is going to die. The Malgana, or Malthael, too many mouths in this game. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're having a little bit of a struggle.
Disintegrate coming in here, maximum damage. Durance comes out, also misses. And I agree with what you said, it was very brave for him to step up and continue trying to do that camp. Even with the enemy team there, you might even say they have to respect the goal of the enemy team. But in this case,
there's no chill in this game. How dare you come for me like that?
They're going to focus down the 4 minions arriving to support that Siege Giants, and this will be the first fort of the game.
Teams are struggling to try and protect this bottom lane. They went ahead and soaked mid, trying to get a nice little push there, hoping to ease some of the pressure in the bottom lane. Malthael headed back up to deal with Rexar. They're going to take the Bruiser camp over on the side of Respect the Goose. Poor Rexar just being bullied. The Malthael looks to be a very nice comfort pick for Bullet Bearers. They're just having a heck of a time dominating that lane.
Very nice micro by Rhiannon, maximizing his own health so that they can take the camp as a team. We do have that Emerald Wind, which was picked up before Rhaegar picked his talent in case they did go for Bloodlust for that disengage potential, and it is a good engage tool if you jump onto a Malthael. Durance comes out just short, but we did in fact go for an ancestral healing, and we have skeletal mages as well, as they're going to try and take down Malthael, who is getting completely focused and gets bursted. In the meantime though, sneaky Dragon Knight.
Very nicely done. That's exactly what they needed to try and get back in, and it is a full-blown team fight as the Dragon Knight just goes straight for mid. CCS is going to have to jump back, try and contest it. Greymane will hopefully be here to once again bring down the dragon. It is Brightwing in the Dragon Knight, so if they were to take a team fight behind this, the team would have no healing unless they wanted to forfeit their objective.
Very true, and Brightwing no blink heal, so would be very reliant on that Emerald Wind to disengage if she was caught out of position. In this case, we see 4 people on that Dragon Knight focusing it down.
One thing I would like to point out is we do not, unfortunately, get the Bloodlust. It is going to be Ancestral for the side of CCS. Both teams have hit level 10 and actually level 12 at this point, with a slight lead going over to Respect the Goose.
Minions cleaned up, nice and easy. Bullet Bear making sure experience is gathered, and they are fine. Wolf D-pushing. Only lane to lose a fort so far. This is 3 Dragon Knights, and they have so far taken... Sorry, only 2 Dragon Knights, but massive pushing, and they've taken 1 fort so far. Dragon Knight will now expire. That's all they're able to get. Front walls, kills, and a fort.
Do have level 13, so they'd like to look for a fight. Now is the time, whatever they know with their talent advantage. They are able to take this bottom camp and get even more pushing. All 5 members of currently chasing Samuro in the top lane. They're going to head over to their root or their siege camp, pick that up. They could look for a pick on this Malthael if they choose to stay so extended.
Vista does some damage, but he's unable to stop the siege camp from being taken. Level 13 now available for currently chasing Samuro, so they're going to be able to hold and contest if they do fight. Completely missed this earlier. Full orb build Li Ming. Now with Glass Cannon, and Rexar has bitten the dust.
Oof, looks like the last rights did come out there, judging by the top talent screen. So that will be 1 stack, and we can see it right there at the bottom. 1 stack for Malthael. Poor Rexar. This Malthael is just bullying them.
Yeah, Bullet Bear's putting on quite the performance here. He is struggling in this lane. Speaking of struggling, I am actually a little struggling to work out this build from Rhaegar, who's gone for Electric Charge and Stormcaller, but then Tidal Waves instead of Earthen Shield. So he's going for maximum healing output, which does make sense because of all the AoE, but he was committed to the build. This may be a situation of him changing his build partway through, or he only has Lightning for the damage and mana, perhaps.
That could be very true. There are so many melee members of currently chasing Samuro. Uh-oh, we have a pause in game.
Going to jump back to us to prevent any not foul play, but nefariousness or accidental seeing of things. So we will avoid this very quickly. We have a problem.
Brightwing can't be in the dragon. Sorry for the late call.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know how this works. This is not my area of expertise at all. Have a drink. I'll wait for someone to solve this.
I'm going to... Jason, are you still in the chat? Can you verify?
That's why they cancelled it and didn't push with it. Oh. So they self-police themselves there. Okay.
I'm
What's
going
the
to
bug
go
with
to the
Brightwing?
NGS. Ghost Dunk, thank you so much for the subscription.
Very appreciated, my friend. Very appreciated indeed. Thank you very much for the subscription. 15 months. Feels good. Honk to the chats. But there is also some good old swishes to the chat. My blade is also required. Brightwing banned from making videos, Dragons, Foundry. In your rights to call it a forfeit, but I don't think it would have made a difference no matter who it was. Interesting to see. We are also, once again, apologies. Actually, I'm going to wait till we have frames before I do this. There we go. Apologies for the lag. There is nothing we can do about it. I'm sorry. We're just trying to get the games out as best we can at this point, but this is... We can't do anything about it. We hope it is watchable and you're enjoying the show. If you are enjoying it, be sure to leave a subscription or a donation, show your appreciation. If not, drop a follow so you know exactly when we're going. Okay, so he's here. Aura would be the mod.
All right, so we'll have to contact Aura if you want to let the casters know. I'm going to send a message to her.
If you mean the players, I do not have referees, so I cannot.
Oh no! Oof.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to send a message to Aura, and we'll see what they have to say about...
I believe the way it works, but this is very much my assumption, they are within their rights to call a forfeit. So and that is what Goliath is saying here. It's your choice either way. If you feel we exploited it, you can call us on it, but I don't feel we did anything nefarious with it. And I agree, they didn't do anything nefarious with it, but the fact is they still broke a rule. So it is 100% within the rights of currently chasing Samuro to make the call there.
Oh my goodness,
and the fact is, this is a competition. People are here to have fun, yes, but this is a competition. People are here to win. So let's wait to see what their decision is.
Oh yeah, I'll pull up Aura's message, but I am going to, I'm gonna wait to see what the team is going to do. Hey there.
Yeah, Goliath's typing. No response yet from currently chasing Samuro. Jinxie is messaging Aura. Well, hopefully this will give some time for the lags to go away.
Yeah, that would be nice. Thanks to everybody so much for hanging out, for watching while we figure this out.
And Maestro, thank you very much for your subscription with Twitch Prime. Very appreciated. Very appreciated for your support. Thank you very much. We apologize for the delays, the lags. This has been a problem-wrought stream so far, but we're getting ready to jump in soon. Really enjoying the cast, you two. Thank you very much. Glad you are enjoying it. This is our 4th cast together now, and we've been having a lovely time doing it. It's nice being in the same room and casting with someone again. Last time I was in the same room casting with someone, Heroes of the Storm, was BlizzCon. And that's actually how long ago that was. Crucify them, says Silver Jackal. Oh dear. Alrighty, they are discussing it. Orgy, take your time. Same, no rush. It's 9:30 here. It's all Gosu. Like I said, I want one thing very clear. No one should really hold it against them if they do choose the forfeit here, choose disqualification. They are completely within their rights to do so, and a rule was broken. No one should hold that against them if they were to do so. So, let's wait to see what happens. The decision will be made shortly.
All right, I'm going to wait to see what they say. You want to look over? Does that look
will.
Good?
Okay, that looks good to me. Low blow? What was the low blow? Oh, they're saying that the forfeit was a low blow. They policed themselves. They did police themselves, but the fact is a rule is a rule. and a rule should be a rule has the option, and they have the option to enforce the rule. This is a competition. A rule was broken. It is up to players to police themselves to prevent bugs, not to minimize the effect of them. That is the option. They ping the moderators for you guys in the back end mod channel. Gotcha.
Very appreciated.
Yes. They've opened up the option, and they've been very fair about it. I do respect the Geese here. They have absolutely just said that they can. They've absolutely said if you want to disqualify us, that's completely fair. And again, I agree with them. It's completely fair if they want to make that choice. If they don't, good on them. Very respectful, very kind of them. But they are under no obligation to do it. And the most sensible thing to do would be to take that forfeit disqualification. And it is a fair thing to do as well. It's not just a situation of do it for the win. It is the fair thing to do. They just have their choice.
What's funny, they're going to take the forfeit game.
That makes sense. And I understand that completely. And I have no issue with them. And I don't think you guys should either. I obviously can't tell you how you feel. But that is how it is. And in that case, we have game... Sad honk. We have game number 3 on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be heading into a third map as a forfeit was taken, meaning the winning team of this match is currently chasing Samuro.
All right, they are talking in the mod chat, but we did have the team decide that they were going to take the forfeit. I mean, we'll see what the mods say.
It is at that point of I think the call has been made, and I have already left the lobbies, and so has the entire team. So I think that is
let's ask for ref next time.
Yeah, we should do that next time. But either way, we have that sorted.
Thank you.
That is appreciated. That's the weirdest compliment I've had this so
It's
far.
a nice compliment.
It is.
You want to have nice eyebrows.
It's true.
Yep.
We should only talk by moving our eyebrows in simultaneously with our talking.
I'm not doing that.
Do it.
It's funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's really unfortunate that it happened. But I was just thinking about that Division S game that you casted a while back when there was the Ana bug with the Dragon Knight, and the one team got the Dragon Knight. It was the Ana could heal the Dragon Knight with with the Eye of Horus, and they immediately used it, and the team was like, that's super illegal. They were like, but that other team did it once. And they're like, yeah, they realized their mistake. They paused, and they said, we're not going to use our heroic. You immediately used it, and all the teams were like really salty about what was going to happen.
Oh, man, I don't remember that at all.
I remember it.
Here's a question for chat. I actually noticed one. What is the Brightwing bug? I actually have no idea.
She can heal while she's in the dragon.
she auras?
Yeah.
Okay. Programmed like Garl, I see.
Yeah.
Brightwing, definitely comparable to Garl.
Anyway, there was a Gaul in the game, I told you.
Oh dear. Alrighty, we're waiting for the next lobby to appear, and we'll be jumping into what will be, no matter what, the final game as our score sits now at 1-1. We'll be jumping back in soon.
I'll have to look and see where the bugs are, because I honestly didn't know about that. So I have a lot of respect for the teams for calling it out and understanding, because I wasn't paying attention. Like, that's my captain's job. I know that Tracer and Cassie were placed on hold just because Ryokai's on our team, and he just like, oh, hey, by the way, guys, this is the thing. And we're like, oh, okay.
Also, just from Meistercast earlier on that I completely missed, my favorite Tetcher cast was Ballistics vs Tempest at Eastern Clash. ST's Archon Li Ming. That was a good game when no one could push because of that Archon Li Ming zoning them away. That was fantastic. That was very good. A nice mic synergy. We're using the exact same mic. Mine just has foam on it, and they all go through one interface, which is how we're able to cast together with such synergy.
Yes, very nice. I think you should leave yours here by accident.
Well, then I wouldn't have one because that one's borrowed and this one's mine.
Oh yeah, leave the borrowed one here. What's Just gonna do? Drive 2 hours to come get it? LOL.
I mean, if I left both of them here, she'd have to fly. But no, I refuse to steal another person's things.
Oh, you're no fun.
Alrighty, do we have any response for lobby or anything? So far, no. Let's check the NGS channel. Boop, boop. In a game, apparently. Oh, no, that's the wrong person. Never mind. All
That's
good.
Arrow. They do casting,
Not
and I think
Arco.
they might be on a team.
Yes, it is true.
I
Alright.
can understand if Respect the Goose is a little bit salty. I mean.
Oh yeah, of course, I understand. But the fact is, they can be salty, but they can only really be salty at themselves. because they did make the mistake, and they were very kind and very fair about it, and their opponents 100% were in their right to do what they did.
Of course, of course.
Yes. Current chasing Samuro, they did what they did. Passive hacks, oh dear. What does Brightwing stand for? What does DK stand for? BW stands for Brightwing, and DK stands for Dragon Knight. You can tell one of them is that because I said it out loud. The first time. Sad honk. I wanted to finish watching Bullet Bear keep bullying top lane. It was pretty decent. Not stealing in 2020. Fair. It's tough times. Alrighty. So we're waiting for the next. I assume that's meant to be turn and see each other, and the mics don't cover your faces. Yes, that is part of casting school. I've been thinking about doing that. Maybe I should do that one day. Just like do little small casting lessons. But the first thing you are taught is if you're in a duo, always have your mic on the side that your co-caster is on. So that way, when you turn to him, it doesn't obstruct your face. And if there are more than if there's more than 2 people, if there is a dedicated host, everyone has their mic on the host side because the host is the person they face the most. So that way, the mic blocks their face the least amount of time.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Also, always have your cable behind you so it doesn't look weird. And yeah, there you go. Small casting lessons. Don't say we don't give you anything. Don't say we just give you fun games here. We also give you knowledge for aspiring casters out there. Do we have a lobby? No. Give us lobby. Bullet Bear, please. Are they still chatting in the chat? Can we see that?
I can
They
look.
also sound
They
good?
said,
They should. This entire setup's like £800.
they... I'm gonna say... it's a mod chat, so I don't think that I can see it.
I doubt I can either.
Pina Colada, the main ski and Ektar are discussing in the lobby, so I think they're waiting to see what comes of that. We'll give you updates as we can. Chat, thank you so much for your patience.
Yes. Should we join that?
No, let's give them their privacy.
Makes sense.
I don't want to broadcast to the whole world if, they're in there and having less than savory conversations. It would be fair to them.
That's fair. Makes sense. Well, I guess while we're here, Ghost Dunk again and Maestrocast, thank you very much for your subscriptions. If you're enjoying the show, drop a subscribe or so that you can support the show, or a donation. Speaking of which, I haven't actually loaded up my Streamlabs, so I don't know if there have been donations. Let me do that.
While we're here, can I just say, Ghost Dunk, if you're here, I love your Twitter so much. You are so funny. We met like once at BlizzCon, and you were so kind to me, and I still have the pin of your chat that you gave me. And just like every time I see you posting on Twitter, you're so funny, you're so good at the game, and like whenever I see your name, it just brightens up my day because I know it's gonna be good.
That is very, very sweet and super nice to hear. No, I just clicked on a random tag and it's the Goose. I
just realized they've got a morning star.
They do. It's swinging a mace. So yeah, I got messaged by the Geese. Hang on, I can drag that onto this screen quickly. Not trying to show biased here, but I received a message in my Discord saying, "Do you allow links on your chat?" And the answer is I don't, because TOS and safety, and I ain't taking that risk, and I don't want anyone else to take that risk. So they just sent me this instead. So this just exists in the world, and I don't know who made it, but it's pretty fantastic here. Goose with a mace on its head, flailing about. I guess it's a flail, sorry, not a mace. It is a morning star, isn't it?
It is
yeah,
a
you're
morning
right.
star. A mace is attached, and a flail usually has leather or iron. I don't know what they're called, like dangly bits. There's your history thing. Fun fact: I know a lot about medieval weaponry because I'm in a medieval reenactment group because I'm a nerd.
Nice. That's pretty cool. It's not nerdy. That's cool as hell.
That's super nerdy.
Yeah. Are you currently in the middle of a reenactment of the plague?
Basically, it feels. I'm really upset.
Everyone stay indoors.
Because, actually, little known fact, I am a very good fencer. I learned how to play rapier. That was my thing, because I'm too little to wear the armor, because we reenact in full medieval plate armor, and my chicken arms can't lift the the plate, so I learned the rapier because then I could just wear like a big mattress cover and fight in that.
Fair enough. Makes sense. That's that's really cool.
Yeah.
I never learned any of that. I tried to be someone tried to teach me archery and failed.
I was never very good at archery either. I wanted to be like a generic Warcraft lady, but I was never good at archery because I
Aw.
can't see.
You made the GIF and the artwork for the team. Well, GNR hurts. That is great, and I love it. So, we still don't have our lobby available. Does anyone messaged me to let me know what's
Ektar
happening?
and Goliath are in the chat now discussing. We have not heard anything.
Yes.
I'm scrolling through the channels right now to let you all know. Again, once we have more information, you guys will be the first to hear about it.
Yeah, not a huge amount we can do other than just wait here for the moment. I loaded up the Goose again accidentally. Alrighty, the Goose is loose! It is indeed. Well, in the meantime, while we're waiting for everything to come through, and again, big thank you to everyone who is watching the stream right now and enjoying themselves. For starters, I'm going to run an ad, because why wouldn't I? So, if you want to take 3 minutes, an ad's about to be on screen, but if you leave your screen on and have ad blocker off, I get money. So, there you go.
We like to eat.
We do like to eat.
Because if we eat, then we can cast for you.
Yeah, so heads up, this is going to be a 3-minute ad. So just so you know, I'm putting on the max amount of time because we have time. So get a cup of tea, whatever you want. You have
Ooh, I like cup of
30
tea. That
seconds
sounds
before the delay
nice.
comes.
Okay, so if we hit exclamation mark bands in general, it'll tell us what the bands are.
Yes.
So right now, Right Wing, of course, banned from the Dragon Knight and Volskaya Foundry Protector. Garrosh is prohibited from using Into the Fray to throw turrets. I did not know you could do that. That's hilarious.
Me neither. That is news to me.
Elun's Chosen is banned while playing with Leoric on the same team, and Untouchable is currently banned.
Gotcha. It looks like the voice lobbies have emptied. So hopefully someone will be able to give us an update pretty shortly. And we'll be able to jump into game number 3, hopefully.
Alright, I'm looking to see if there's anything. Currently, there is not.
We have no idea what's happening, team. Who was the person you said? Ektar?
Yeah. Oh, there's a Pokemon Go chat. I didn't know that. And there's a place you can be salty.
Nice. I have one of those on my server. It's called a place where you can go and vent. It's called The Vents, featuring John McClane.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
I've always seen it. Who is John McClane?
He is the guy from Die Hard. Who
Oh,
crawls
that's
through the
right.
vents. You get 3 seconds in that. You get 3 minutes to vent in the vents with John McClane because we are going to count to 3, Mr. McClane. There will not be a 4. Fastest 3-minute ad ever. Oh, well, that was fast. Nice.
Oh, wow. Is it already over?
Apparently. Much prefer orange. That's some tea. I know very little about tea other than I like iced tea and green tea is the jam.
I know lots about tea. Can I see?
We have... Oh, hang on.
Are they taking
Are
map
they making map or first pick? I don't know. You tell me. They don't chat to each other anymore. I do not know. No one has said anything to me.
Come on. I just wanted to cast some games with funny names.
And now we've got drama.
Super unlucky.
Oh, man. Well, while we're waiting for the lobby to be set up, hey, everybody, how's it going? AMA, while we're waiting, you have probably like 3 minutes maybe while we wait for someone to set us up a lobby.
Figure out what's happening. Yeah, there's nothing really here that I can... It just makes me realize, like, how many teams, like, chats I haven't gone to. I thought about getting more involved in NGS.
It's pretty good salt channel name. Thank you muchly. Pretty good Alan Rickman. I'm glad you like it. Thank you very much. It's one of the few accents I could do. Alrighty. Despite being a voice actor, I'm not an impressionist. I can do voices, but I can't do impressions very well. It is that and maybe Goofy and Mickey Mouse. Those are the 3 I can do.
I don't do like anything. I do D&D voices, but like everyone who voices people have always laughed at me, so I get very anxious, and I never practice any of my voices anymore.
You can do Peridot from Steven Universe.
I can do Peridot from Steven Universe. That's what all my dragons sound like. All my dragons are nerds. Which, by the way, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, we'll be playing some tomorrow at 11 PDT. I run a D&D group. It's got Tetcher in it. It's got Bahamut in it. Cat Peach, Moist Weenus. Who else? Our friend Mike. Oh, we have a game!
Hooray! But yes, you should join that. That's on Jigsy Cat's channel at 7 PM British time, which in this case is 11 AM Mountain time, which is always fun. I have a lovely time. I play a vampire artificer named Gaza, and I have a lovely time doing it. But we finally have our lobby, which means, while we're talking about that, we can show you the maps. But also, if you couldn't tell, we play D&D. We're both wearing D&D related shirts, so slight giveaway there. So let's have a look at the maps and see where we are. I forgot to select what the next map is, so I can do that while it's on screen. Bam! Who picked it?
Can you do a British accent? Can you do a British accent?
Nah, I'm not able to do a British accent. It's a bit too difficult, you see. Alright, it looks like this was the map choice of Respect to the Goose, and they pick it up. But no, I'm afraid I can't do a British accent. It's a little bit too difficult. Pretty amazing lineup, DD. Hell yeah. So we've asked this before, but yeah, what's your British accent?
No, you don't want to hear it. My British accent is like super campy.
Well, you do your British accent, I'll do my American accent into it.
Okay, let me...
Well, howdy there.
Oh
Might I say hello and ask you, my name is Cowboy Chris, and may I ask you what your name is?
Oh, well, it's quite a pleasure to meet you. I am Fair Lady Dakota. It's quite lovely seeing you this time of year.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Lady Dakota. And I'm from Alba, Texas, that famous place of Arizona, Mina, Texas.
Okay, we're getting into the game. Okay. Oh, well, I don't know where in London I'm from. This is just a, I don't know, a camp accent, you see. We're going to go ahead and jump into the bands right now.
And we're in to game number 3. I forgot to update the scoreboard. Boop. I did it. It's done.
Samuro banned away once again, not trying to deal with him. He is really difficult, especially if you're alone in a lane, which can be so common on Towers of Doom. Stukov, again, get him out of here. Nobody likes the purple pool.
Very much so. It's kind of cool to see him first banned from a team. We'll see if it works out. So Respect the Goose, they really need to win this map. I know it's match point for both teams, but they were in a position where they did actually have a little bit of a lead in that second game as well, and unfortunately forfeited the game due to a decision of their own making. Now they're in a position where if they lose, that could have rippling confidence effects throughout the rest of the series. As we see Sylvanas banned away.
Sylvanas is so devastating on this map. And like you said, when tensions are so high, you just want to take away the things that you're uncomfortable with. And Sylvanas being one of those things, if she takes that bottom bell tower with that black arrows, it's so hard to get back with the new tower changed. Zool banned out from the little bit we got to see of it last game. It was devastating underneath those towers and in those pushes. Li Ming first picked up for Austin once again. They did so well on it in the first game.
Going to be seeing Malthael and Johanna coming in as the openers here. Need to know, is the same ban each map a flavor ban or a flavor ban to start each draft? the Sam ban. I think it might be a flavor ban. I think it's just for fun because the team, but also he is good, so it does make sense as a ban.
If you're wasting a ban on a meme, like, I respect your dedication to memes, but, like, come on, man. I'm in a competition to win. ETC Lucio picked up Speed Metal. Without the talent, nice pick. You can get something else at level 7. If ETC dies, it'll be fast food. Super unlucky. And it is a really solid start to the draft. Johanna and Malthael picked up for the side of Respect the Goose. The Malthael played so well. And it looks like you will get your request. I don't remember who said it in chat, but you'll get to see Malthael bullying the top lane again. Yeah. Johanna picked up for Arco. Just a great tank all around right now.
Kael'thas ban with Leeming already on the board. They're removing a double made potential here. Kind of cool to see. Also, you mentioned the fact of Speed Metal. They could take Speed Metal and Prog Rock and go for double auras with Lucio ETC, where everything is heals as long as you stand next to each other.
They go Prog Rock, though, then ETC might out-heal Lucio.
Wow. Toxico.
Twos. He just gives you twos.
Until he hits E, and then they're 12s.
Oh, yeah, 12. I think ETC gives like 23 a second for 4 seconds, so...
That's true, but he does have downtime until he hits level 16, and then he doesn't have downtime anymore.
That's
as we see
fair.
Tracer removed. Makes sense. She was bloody good.
Just trying to take away the team's... I can't think of the word now. I lost it. Comfort picks. There we are. Preferences also good. Brightwing picked up once again. There aren't any vehicles to get them in trouble. And Greymane this time for Respect the Goose. It was so dominant in the last game. I'm excited to see what Goliath can do with it.
We see the Brightwing, like you said. He's probably just in comms, just saying, come on, guys, I've only got to play half a game. And then it's like, you know what a reason this happened? And he's like, come on, please. Finally gets his match. And also Brightwing, interruptions for the mosh pit. So very good, I believe you just mentioned. And of course, potential for Blink Heal to hypercarry Greymane or Emerald Wind to disengage that double frontline. And we do have that double frontline with Lee Yorick coming in for currently chasing Samuro.
Yorick is great with the mosh pit. You can get that into mosh. And then at level 20, Buried Alive is a game-changing ability. Raynor is a fantastic pickup all around. The extra long attack range, able to keep them safe while they are team fighting.
Final pick for Respect the Goose. They need another damage dealer. They choose Varian. 2 potential offlaners. Varian is interesting. I don't think this is going to be a taunt Varian because they already have Malthael. I don't think they need it. So the question is this Meme Blades or Colossus Smash?
Oh man, I'd love to see Hia build.
I can't do that voice.
It's like, that
was good. That was much
you.
better than mine. Oh, dear.
Sound of Varian dying on the broken shore. So, looking at these team comps, who do you prefer, Tetcher?
I'm a biased Brightwing boy. Also, Brightwing last game went exactly the build I play in most of my games, so I want it to be good and successful, so I'm rooting for Respect the Goose. And also, they have been stronger in both the games so far. This draft does make sense and can work out. I'm going to lean towards that.
I have to agree. I really like Respect the Goose's draft. Greymane is just so dominant. Between the Johanna and the Brightwing, they have several interrupts for a mosh pit, which is one of the main reasons that you pick ETC. And we're going to go ahead and jump on in.
On the left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, Respect the Goose with Bullet Bear playing on the Malthael. Rusty back on that Brightwing. We have Arco on the Johanna, Goliath on the Greymane, and it's going to be Rhiannon going to be playing the Varian.
And over on the right-hand side, we have the main ski on that Leoric, Murad on the Lucio, Wolf rocking that Raynor, Pina Colada is the ETC, and Austin on that Li Ming.
We're going to be seeing everyone grouping up in bot lane for the side of Respect the Goose. Very interesting as we have a look at those level 1 talents. It looks like they might try and race a tower down here. They have the tankiness. They can use the deflect of Varian to actually block a couple hits here, or maybe they're just looking for an early kill. It's a High King's Quest. That could still be Eva talent.
High King's Quest is where a lot of Varian's damage come from, so I'm excited to see what they can do with it. As you stated, I don't think that it will be a taunt variant, and looking at the gray main and the last rights, I'd be very excited to see a Colossus Smash variant.
On a pale horse for Bullet Bear. This is what's going to allow him to keep up with Leoric in double lane soak as both teams set up the 4-man in bottom lane. Going to be seeing Ossian Renewal for that Leoric to try and keep up. Leoric having a little bit of trouble. He picked percentage damage thinking there'd be a double front line. He was right, but Malthael was already picked up, which does make it a little more difficult.
It'll be great solo landing from both teams. You see them in the middle. Greymane already on that Sapper camp. Sapper's so important. You want to pick him up right at the start. And here we see a little bit of a fight breaking out. Rhiannon, you're on the wrong side of the map, my friend. They try to body block with the speed from Varian, and Arco's Condemn gets him out safely.
Varian will escape, backing away, keeping it safe. Boring rotations. And the entire rest of the game happening down here as we do have the Sapper camp started. Malthael is in fact going to come down and join this. Then there's into a short 5v4 unless Leoric chooses to join, which looks like he's thinking about it, but for now hovering her out. And even with the 5v4, they choose not to take the full fight due to lower health bars.
I was going to say, if Turley Chasing Samuro gives this up without a fight, I'm going to be severely disappointed. Lots of cooldowns were spent to get Varian out of that last fight, so I'm glad they went ahead and picked it up anyways.
Sapper 1, Sapper 2, and Sapper 3 all make it in. Tower and gate destroyed. Now let's see if currently chasing Samuro can get a similar style of push. See if they can get some value. It's C-Smash, baby! We have the commitment coming in for Varian. Full burst as Arco takes a lot of damage and is forced to back up. Eats an Arcane Orb to the face. We see everyone else's level 4s coming in. Of course, Die alone. Malthael really wants to be able to bully out that Leoric.
Leoric plays safely and tries to rotate to different lanes. C-Smash.
Lots of damage, but Lucio survives here. Johanna pulled back, didn't have the follow-up crowd control. They weren't able to get the kill this time. They have to back up, and they will clean this out. But they have already destroyed the mercenaries, so the Sappers will not make it in. No damage to their structures other than Austin, continuously blasting away at these towers.
Now on a pale horse should help Malthael to get down a smidgen faster than Leoric. The common thing to do, as we can see right here, is to take your own altar and then race down to the bottom trying to get the 5v4 first. Murata's channeling right now, and I don't like this. When you channel in a game such as this, while the team fights are even, you put your team in a 5v4 or a 3v4 in this case, allowing the team to capitalize on the fact that only 3 bodies are working against them.
Austin got dropped down to a quarter health here by Varian. Brightwing had to come back in to heal up the Greymane as he was bullied out by Wolf. But you once again see the health bars of Respect the Goose are struggling for the second time in this game already. They are struggling to keep up with the poke damage that Reyna and the AoE damage that Reyna, once he gets that give him some pepper off, can actually do. So they are really struggling so far. This will change once they hit level 7 so they can get that extra healing from that critical mist. But until then, they are having issues.
I'm really surprised that neither one of the solo laners came down. Leoric even went back top. Like, if I was a Malthael, I'd been like, hey man, like, I'll come down and help you get it. But currently chasing Samuro was able to pick it up, and now they're looking to try and push. Nice blind by Johanna, making sure that no extra damage comes out onto those forts.
Level 7 hit for both teams here. Critical mist, as we called. That's a big little chunk of healing if you remove a CC effect, which you're against Leoric. The slow counts. You're against DTC. You're against a lot of people where it's going to make a difference. And even reverse stab, which will even help even more, make it much easier as we see the slash coming out. A good power slide, teleport coming in with that percentage healing from level 1 hyper shift. We already see Variant healed up to full, and this is what Brightwing can do. That single target healing is significantly better than Lucio's for now. But AoE, she's struggling.
I was going to ask, and we'll wait a moment for this fight to play out.
Little disengage. Looks like it's laid out. What did you want to ask?
Is that a Wizen Duelist? It is. All right. Hell yeah. Greymane going for that incredible Worgen burst.
It's nice to see. We have seen it every now and again. It's not a massively obscure talent, but it definitely isn't the always pick like it used to be for a while. As we see the main ski picking up minions once again. We just see the continuous rotation between these two as much as they can as an invade happens onto the Sappers. This time they're committing.
All right, Varian goes in. Wolf reduced to just quarter health. He's running as fast as he can. Lucio healing as fast as he possibly can. The boots come out. Goliath in a ton of trouble. Leoric and Malthael are now here. They're fighting over to the point. Pina Colada is so low. They're fighting as hard as they can. Nobody on the point. Lucio with the boops. He's dropped so low. They get the point. Lucio, however, is still alive. That is going to be 3-4 for 2.
Malthael's trying to fight. He gets 1 kill on the way out. 3 for 4 in this case, assuming he can get out. But leaving Calamities, they're chasing him down. He's backing up, though. He has die alone. If Austin chases, she might die here. And Bullet Bear gonna be able to escape here again, guaranteeing that being a 3 for 4. But the objectives are up, and Leoric is playing risky. This could be punished.
Goliath is already up. It is, as you said, a very risky play. Here comes Rhiannon and Leoric, definitely trying to keep him back, but he is just going to have to Wraith Walk away.
That will be traded shots back and forth here, but still a lead for currently chasing Samuro. They are holding for now as both teams hit their level 10s slightly earlier for Respect to the Goose. Pretty standard stuff. ETC has died, and question marks are applied.
So toxic. What are you doing, buddy?
ETC yet to pick his level 10 for now. Looking at this, interruptions are kind of exclusive to the Johanna and Brightwing. I would lean on the mosh pit here. If you get those two, you're going to have a decent fight, and if not, it's still damage, but it's still a potential fear, but in this case, the stage dive is going to be what is picked. Andrikin, thank you very much for your subscription with Twitch Prime.
I mean, you got the Cursed Bullet and the Last Rites. If you kill him, that's kind of a CC. You can't moss if he's dead.
That's fair. A very fair point. Don't need to cleanse something that is already dead. Arco, a little bit of harassment coming in. I'm just concerned when they're going to be able to land this stage dive. They have it Tomb, but everything else is just kind of disengaged and mobile, so I'm worried they're going to be able to land it at all here. Pina Colada getting focused down here. You can see the Colossus Smash getting interrupted there. Here comes the power slide. That would have been a perfect time to mosh, but not going to be able to do it because he doesn't have it as the full disengage comes out.
Nice penetrating round from Rainer, preventing that C-Smash from connecting and saving the life of the team. ETC comes out, and I'm so ready for these. Well, I keep hoping for a mosh pit, but it's never going to come. He slid in a little too low health, and with that gray mane chunking in the Worgen form, he pays the ultimate price.
Maidski says hello, begins to trade arrow, and Wraith walks back to the rest of his team as Lucio finishes his stacking. Last right gets the stack, even though it didn't even go off as Lucio overextends. And this is the power of this composition of Respect the Goose, Colossus Smash, Cursed Bullet, and of course the Worgen damage of Greymane. And if they don't die, Last Rites finishes the job. Both sets of shots coming in for Respect the Goose, and that's going to keep happening.
Nicely done. They will catch up and actually pull ahead here in core shots. The main ski really out of position. Nice body blocking. He does go down to the Malthael and the Greymane. They're looking to take this camp now. The team has no choice but to step back and let them have it. They don't have 13. Taking a fight right now could be very risky.
Gonna steal that away, rush that down. Shots coming in from Li Ming, but they can't interrupt. EDC makes his way onto the point. Blessed Shield is whiffed, not landing here as they push forward. Wolf is completely isolated, and exactly that one-shot burst coming out once again, and everyone else retreats. They are using basically everything for the burst, but the fact is even a turnaround is going to be able to be interrupted because Emerald Twin is yet to be used, but that's exactly what it's there for.
I'm so curious as to why they went to fight that camp. Just let them have it. You don't have 13, and now they're even further ahead. They're going to push. Like, Sapper is stuck, but you've got Li Ming, you've got ETC, you've got the Lucio. Just boop them away.
Level 13 is now finally here, and they're going to be able to try and use that to defend once they pick their talents. Mic check, pretty standard stuff. We're seeing all together coming in here for Lucio. Nice to see. Illusionist, of course. Ominous Wraith, not going for Mithril Mace, even into all the melees. Pretty standard stuff here. This might be a Fireflies build coming in for Li Ming. We'll have to wait and see. Arco, a little bit of trouble. Actually, sorry, it won't be Firefly. No, it will be Fireflies. Wait, no, Mirror Ball. Mirror Ball is the one I'm thinking of. I got all my talents mixed up, but we'll be able to pick that up once they hit level 16. And Raider, giddy up once that extra movement speed on Mount.
Only one altar. We see the soul laners heading down. Malthael will be a little bit earlier. Arco in a little bit of a precarious position. Last right comes out onto Wolf. Goodbye, my friend. Here is the Entomb hitting two members, but nobody to follow up. gets no damage. Bullet Bear now harassing Lucio. They are going to have to back up.
Rusty backs away through the Hyperion, though, takes a big chunk of damage, but once again, that is all the heroics used except for Cursed Bullet here and a disengage after 1 kill. But in this case, they zone away, they get the shots, Colossus smash, but Austin is able to disengage Pina Colada by a bit of holding Kachuto as the Cursed Bullet comes out. They focus him down, but face mode is good. Pina Colada going to be able to back away.
Bullet Bear taking those shots. They are able to get out. Here comes the stage dive. That was a choice.
I like what he was doing, trying to cut off the escape, but the fact is, this is a very mobile team. You have to try and predict where they're going and cut off their escape. You can't drop where they are. You have to aim at where they're going to be.
All right, Greybane stepping up to get those tappers to a little bit more push. That keeping the bottom lane not long for this world. Johanna, however, caught out by themselves. Rhiannon going to step in. Here comes Brightwind. They might be just caught in the fray. The Blessed Shield and the Emerald Wind come out, get the team away. Nicely done.
Very solid disengage. They're now in a position where they're able to clear out and defend this bot lane. This is looking good for the Gooses. They hit level 16 available now, and there is that Critterize. Even more murder potential. Hooray!
And with level 16, we'll see another invade onto the camp. They just want to take the Sappers. Nicely done by Leoric. Gets the Sappers away. We will see the tower destroyed in the bottom lane. There is 1 Sapper left. If they can get in, that will be an extra shot against the core. Sappers come out. Greymane, oh my gosh. Pop CTC.
If we don't see a death mosh this game, I'm going to be very confused, because at this point, it's probably the most value we'll ever see out of that talent if they are able to live that long. So a lot of pressure comes out. The Sapper did die, so it will not make it into the core, but this amount of pressure prevents anyone from retaking a bottom lane as the objective is up. And look at Malthael. He's even bullying the Mainski here to try and maybe steal his objective too. Can he get the TP? He cannot, but he falls to the Mainski back, and I am very confused as to why we don't see currently chasing Samuro rushing up top lane to help.
Yeah, that's, they don't have ETC, so we see them now. He is going to be about 10 seconds behind. He does not have the stage dive, so never mind. Bullet Bear in a really rough position. Nobody coming up to help him. Greymane grabbing his own. He is going to take Leoric down with him. And here's Rusty saving the light. However, they do fall. Bullet Bear still in a very tough position.
Emerald Wind was interrupted, so it wasn't able to save the life that time. Bullet Bear somehow escapes and lives, but there's the turnaround with the burst. All they need. That's a 5-man team wipe, and they're going to take the channel. Another 5 shots onto the core, but they really shouldn't. They should be rushing the objectives right now and grabbing every structure on this map, and that's exactly what they begin to do. They push in mid lane. The Auric is going to be annoying. It looks like they have decided too annoying to try and race, and instead they are going to take that channel.
Nicely done. And now it's going to be 5 shots against the core. This means only 5 shots left. Currently chasing Samuro hasn't had a chance to pick up an altar since that 2-phase altar in the middle and bottom lane. They're really struggling here, and now they're trying by themselves to get this back. He doesn't have any kind of defense, and the blow-up potential is just too strong. Mainski falling by themselves.
Sappers about to come up over here. They're 30 seconds away over here, 20 seconds away over here, my mistake. So this can be potentially lethal in the bot lane, but they only really need 1 to set up boss lethal, and that's what they're going to be looking for. They want to defend this. They're going to be able to send someone like Greymane or Malthael potentially into that bottom area. You already see him rotating for the double soak, continuing to get them further ahead and race towards that level 20, where they'll be able to try and make that push work.
Nice proxy by Malthael. I just want to point out, Arco in a little bit of a situation, has to back out. There is a nice thick wave of minions up in the top lane while this is being defended. Great Blessed Shield, hits 3 members. Nice face melt, knocks everyone back. Pina Colada taking a ton of damage.
Tomb comes out, trying to separate the team, but it does not lock anyone in place. Sandbarrier comes out, they're going to try and focus down. Bullet Bear, but he teleports away and is able to get out of there with the Emerald Wind, and that will be a full disengage. But everyone already looking low, and Arco will be the lowest, but will escape.
Should maybe try to, no, the team is staying. They're gonna fight. They want to keep this altar. 1 altar with the extra bell tower could end the game. We see a nice combo by Austin trying to get it back. Slide on ETC into the fort. Last rights comes out. That's a dead cow.
Nicely done from Pina Colada. Great calamity from Austin, though. 1 kill's all he's going to need to try and set this up, but not getting it. They can't even retake this bell tower. That's 5 shots. That's lethal, and no one is making their way across. They're moving far too slow. Lucio has to speed boost his team, but Bullet Bear is here for the delay. No one's there in time. That's going to be game, and we will see GG as Respect the Gooses take the 2-1 and the series.
ELNT. I don't know what that means. Oh.
Better luck next time. We learn.
We do learn.
Nicely done.
I don't think that was called for. They were within their rights to call the forfeit. There's no need to be salty at the end of the game.
I don't think that's salty. That's still
There
still
were B
manners.
steps.
Oh, the B steps? Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty, also I just realized that the right score was 31 for a bit. That was accidental. I don't know if that showed up on the screen, but there we go. Here are the stats at the end of the game for you all to see. Malthael topping out on damage, most of it against Leoric. Had a good time up there. ETC, when ETC is not the highest health tank in the game overall anyway, so seeing that big burst composition, so hard to deal with, and they didn't have enough disengage. ETC was the disengage, but who disengages for the disengager?
Exactly. Lucio was always behind him, never right by his side, making it difficult for a solo cow to go in. Leoric always off in another lane. They never really got the opportunity to have a 5-man team fight. When the team fought together as 5, they got it.
Here are the talents for those who want them. VicDBL, thank you very much for the follow, but language please. You did get caught by the auto mod. Here are the talents where you can see them. Once again, very standard Malthael build, exactly what we want to see here. Die Alone, sorry. We have that Cold Hand, and he did go for Soul Siphon, which is interesting enough, and Soul Collector. So all in on the Q-based build. Worked out in his favor in this case. Worked well indeed. And Critterize at the end. Brightwing this time not played on a map where she can get her team disqualified. Rusty playing it very, very well. Fantastic cleanses, several great Emerald wins. Only interrupted on Emerald win once. Really nicely played. And that Critterize added so much to the burst.
We love to see a Brightwing. You don't get to see her all too often, so anybody going ahead and picking her up. I have a lot of respect for them. They did well.
Nicely done in